Hello, Mikey here. Just a quick video to say thank you to people who've sent me a mug of tea on my coffee.com page. Excuse me looking away a moment, I'll just have a look so I can do it properly. First off, Linda, thank you so much, Linda. Cheers. It was really nice to hear from you. And Pauline, who says enjoy your cuppa. I will, thank you. There's the poll there, which I've put up. I did make a mistake with the poll. I said you could comment and try and win a prize, and I hadn't realised there was a setting that said only people who were supporters could comment, which meant that you sent me a mug of tea, and that wasn't my intention. So I've opened it up so that anybody can comment for the time being. So even if you went in the poll, you could go along and comment again. So Tamara, also thank you. And Charlie, it says keep on writing, I enjoy your books. That's really great to hear, Charlie. Thank you. I always love getting comments like that. It's so nice because it's quite isolating sometimes writing. You don't always know whether people have enjoyed things. It's always lovely to hear. Jen says tea makes the world go round, especially Narada tea. Well, I agree with tea makes the world go round. I do not know what Narada tea is, and I'm going to have to look that up. I may even be pronouncing it incorrectly, so sorry if I am. I'll look it up. It sounds like good stuff. Glad Eyes, I'm reading it as spelt here. It says I always need at least 2 cups, maybe more, for breakfast. Yes, absolutely. So stoking up for the day. That message says have a good one. Thanks for your entertaining books. That's lovely. Yes, thank you. Cheers. Had several cups of tea today. Carmen says a little fuel for the writer. Yeah, absolutely. It is very much writing fuel. I know some people swear by coffee, but I find tea works better. I believe Stephen King is the same. He says he drinks gallons of the stuff. I seem to remember seeing him say. Yeah, I mean, coffee's. I like a cup of coffee, but I think it can leave you with a bit of a crash afterwards. And Carmen also says, love your books and the newsletter with your photos. Now I'm reading, I have a visual feel for the place. So that's really nice. Yeah, that's kind of my aim, really. It's just all to add a little extra value if I can. Mary, there's a lot to get through because I haven't done anything like this for ages. Mary says, I enjoyed the snippet, which is always great to hear. There was a snippet in this recent newsletter and in the one before, sometime earlier. And Mary says she was a bit stumped when I used the word trug. Now, I don't know, it's sort of a low, long basket that gardeners typically use. Often kind of you can hold it on the crook of your arm. It is quite an old-fashioned word, I guess. I don't know where it comes from, and I don't know if it's common in other countries, but hopefully that's kind of reasonably self-explanatory. But I will check just in case. And Mary also says, thank you, your writing is very good. Well, that is very, very kind to have those words. I do try, I do my best. Alonza, who's an oftentimes supporter, says, you rock, which is always very nice to hear. Thank you, Alonza. Cheers to you. Marianne says, enjoy your book so much. Again, that's just so lovely to hear. Dario, is another long-time supporter. Those people are always sort of, precious and very much appreciated. Dario says, keep on writing, Mikey. I'm a patient man. I know Brent is in there somewhere, itching to yet again be freed. And that's a reference to Brent Bolster in the books that start with Dial G for Gravity. And yeah, I do need to sort of freshen up those books and get them, try and get them selling again. So I'll feel like writing some more, because at the moment it's quite hard because people aren't picking them up. There are 4 of them already, and yeah, they were great fun to write. They're sort of science fiction comedies. If you want to try those out, if that sounds like your bag and you like a laugh, and you like things like Star Trek and all that kind of thing, they're sort of full of little references to films and TV and science fiction generally. So if you're into any of those things, you'll recognise the jokes. A bit like the TV series Red Dwarf, for instance, has a lot of humour inspired by things like Star Trek. I'm not sure how far to go back in time. Leslie says, thanks for another great book. Loved Lawful Duty. Hope there's more to come. Yeah, really. I mean, well, first off, thank you very much. And yeah, I really appreciate that feedback. I really do want to write some more Spiller books set back in the 90s. It was great fun. It was quicker to write than some things I found, and it's a challenge to switch into a slightly different genre, being very much a crime thriller. And I really enjoyed doing it. So yeah, I would like to put some more of those, and I'd like to build it into a whole series and really give free rein to Spiller. I do like Tim Spiller. He's a good character. Sorry, I keep looking at myself on this. I'm just doing this on an old phone. I'm looking at my screen, so I should be looking at the camera. Jenny bought a mug of tea. I don't see a message, but that's fine. You don't have to. It's just an option when you do it. We've got to Carmen again, so you can tell I'm going back through time now. So back to Carmen. So just keep them coming. Not trying to slave drive you, but can't get enough, and that's always great to hear. And Alonso again says, love your newsletters. Good. I mean, I've been a bit slow with the newsletters recently. I seem to have got into a pickle with things. So I ended up posting about 3 or 4 things on the website yesterday. So if you're a member of the site, which is free, you'll get more content. And that's for a number of reasons. It's not because I'm trying to extract more information. There isn't another newsletter involved or anything like that. It's purely to make a sort of walled garden where certain people can comment. People who have come there for the books and to see the books and maybe to see the pictures and might be interested. We don't want a lot of trolls and negative comments and things like that. So really, that's the reason. If people sign up and become a member, then you can comment and you can see absolutely everything. There's no kind of levels. And what have we got? Sometimes people don't leave a name at all, and that's absolutely fine. So this one just says a Ko-fi supporter. Says keep scribbling, which is great. Yeah, that's fully intended. So thank you. It's encouraging. And another one that doesn't have a message or a name, but still appreciate you, anonymous person. Karen sent a mug of tea and said, love the care you put into all your words, and so love all the pictures. That's really, really kind. I do kind of care about all the words, all the commas, all the punctuation, everything. So maybe that comes across, and that's very heartwarming if it does, because that's kind of what I'm all about. So I don't claim to be great or perfect or anything, but I hope I try hard. Always good to hear. Always very cheering. And Susan says, enjoy and unwind. Yeah, I do enjoy and unwind with a cup of tea. So thank you, Susan. Lisa says, cheers. So cheers to you, Lisa. I'm going back a while now, but John says, keep up the good work. Enjoy your Earl Grey. Yeah, I do like an Earl Grey. I had one this morning, so thank you. Thank you to John. And we've got Leslie again, because some people do this on a regular basis. There is the option to do every month if you wish. No obligation, of course. If you do it, you can stop it if you wish. Heather says, thanks for all the pleasure you bring to your readers. What a lovely thought, Heather. Thank you so much. Yes, that's really nice to hear. Shana says, love the books, enjoy the tea. Yep, thank you so much, Shana. I do enjoy my cup of tea, and that's always great to hear. It's just so nice that people like the books. I think they generally mean the Devonshire Mysteries when they're saying the books, but I have written other things, but they have never sort of achieved the mass appeal of the Devonshire Mysteries, which is fine. I love writing them. I love being in that world. It's took me a while to get to that stage of writing those books, and I'm so glad that people enjoy it. Alonso again. It's lovely to have these regular supporters. It's by no means expected. There's no obligation, but it's so lovely as well. Clary says, just finished Must Have Murder. Wow, what an amazing epic. It is a long one, so thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Says you really deserve a cuppa for that work. I've enjoyed spending time with my old pals Dan and Alan again. Now looking forward to new adventures with a young Spiller. My very best wishes to you, Mikey. Well, thank you. And cheers to you. I know I had quite a bit of support from Clary over time as well. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because that's just how it's spelt on the screen there. So yeah, I think Must Have Murder is a book that took me a long time. It wasn't particularly easy, and it sort of is sort of an epic mystery. And yeah, I'm proud of having finished it. I think it stands up as a piece that long and still manages to hold on the mystery and take you on a journey through it to see what's happened. It's slightly different to some of the others in a way, slightly different tone perhaps, but you know, it's I think most people have enjoyed it, and that's lovely to hear. I think I'm going back like several months now, but so I will draw to a close in a sec. But Cynthia Mugger and said, I really enjoy your sharing updates and pictures, and I love your books. So, and the Devonshire series was my introduction to your work. I plan to read more. Well, that's lovely to hear, Cynthia. Thank you. Of course, some people, I'm only doing first names now. Some people could be could easily have a name in common with somebody else. So I hope that's not confusing. But I just think, kind of, for people's privacy, a first name is enough. John, all the way from Canada, says, keep up the good work. I hope the UK is warmer than Canada. It's minus 21°C today. Enjoy the tea. Yeah, gosh. So this is quite a few months ago. So I know it gets very cold in Canada, much more so than here. Such a huge country. I've not been, but I'd love to go. Especially to see all the wonderful landscapes and forests and lakes and things and rivers and all that stuff. It just looks amazing. My mum went. Because I have an auntie, my mum's sister, went to live in Canada. She married a chap who came over with the Royal Canadian Air Force in the war and went off to live in Canada. So I do have a lot of relatives over there who I rarely see. Diane says cheers, so cheers to Diane. And another one from Leslie there bought me a mug of tea. So I'll stop with this last one, which is the end of the page, because we're getting on to like 6 months ago. And Chris, with 2 S's, says, enjoy your tea, love your pictures, you live in a beautiful area. I find your books delightful and entertaining. How lovely. That is really nice to hear. Thank you, Chris. So today's tea was green tea, because they say it is good for you, so I try and drink it. It's not my favourite, I must admit, so long as you have it nice and hot. I must admit we're down to the dregs there, really, and so that's why I haven't been sipping from it, because when you get down to the bottom and it's cold, it's a bit sort of bitter, but it's very good for the brain, apparently, so they say, full of antioxidants and things. So thank you so much to all the supporters, and thank you so much for being watching this video. I'll post it up in the usual places and link it into the old coffee page. So always nice to have more supporters. I don't currently offer anything in return. I did experiment with our membership levels that they have on there, where you can make it a bit like Patreon, if you know that, where you can say, okay, the premium members get all this extra stuff. But I kind of like to give as many people as possible, as much as possible. So that may be a thing in the future. But we'll see. At the moment, I just like to give stuff out. And if people want to support little and often, or regularly, or just once, and that's it, it's absolutely fine. Last little note, housekeeping. I did have the currency in dollars for a long time, because a lot of my readers happen to be in the US. And unfortunately, coffee only allows one currency. But I changed it today into pounds, because I realised that I'm actually losing some of the money you donate is being lost in bank fees, essentially. So I hope it won't work out worse for you to go into pounds. It was $3 and I've changed it to £3, which I admit is slightly more. It's like another sort of 80 cents or something. But it has been at the $3 mark for a very long time since I started it, and I thought, well, hopefully that's okay. To be honest, it wouldn't buy you a coffee in a coffee shop, I don't think, these days, with the cost of living. I think when I get a coffee, it's more like £3.50 or something, just a black coffee. So crazy. But I don't want to put it up to higher than that. But I just thought it's a bit of a shame if too many processing fees are getting lost, which is kind of your money going off into the pockets of a banker somewhere. So I hope that works out. I wish I could offer a switching mechanism, but I'm afraid I can't. It just doesn't seem to be how it works. So I hope that works out for people. Otherwise, gosh, that's 15 minutes long. That's a really long video. So I will cut it short there. Thank you very much for all your support. Thanks for watching, whether you've supported or not. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're looking after yourself, keeping safe and well and taking care. There seems to be a summer surge of the dreaded COVID going around, so I hope that hasn't got you in its grip. We've all got to stay strong and healthy and look after ourselves and each other. So take care, and a big cheers from me, and I'll say goodbye.